Rae Sremmurd, which is just ear drummers, spelled backwards, because they are part of like this hugely wildly successful production collective out of Atlanta that had like Mike Will Made It. I'm pretty sure Metro Boom was part of there, and countless other producers, engineers, and just sound creators in Atlanta come through. So I mean, it's definitely a switch up. Let's switch things up. Let's just say we're going to switch things up to a high degree, because they are the complete opposite of Daniel Caesar. They are straight up a rap group, and they are a turn up type of rap group, because they're not super well known for like their lyricism or bars or necessarily their complex song making, but they are known for some absolutely banger beats and productions, and they've had some decent projects over the past years. Nothing that was like industry shaking or groundbreaking, but they definitely had chart topping hits, and that is kind of what they're known for. That's kind of what I expect to hear from them. They definitely took a break after their third album. They did their solo thing, Slim Jimmy, and Sway Lee. They are the two artists, and they kind of did their own solo thing. And Sway Lee, by far the most successful out of the two, the one that kind of people point to and say he's the most talented. But they are, I don't know if they're brothers. I think they are brothers, maybe not, but they are definitely family and very close. And it was kind of weird to see them being separate and apart, because you've always known them to be a duo. But they are back with another album. I had no idea that this was coming. I haven't tapped into anything that they've released so far. I haven't heard anything that they've released so far. So I'm going into this blind, and I don't really know what to expect, but I do hope to hear some bangers, because that is absolutely what they are known for most. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Track number 1, Origami, parentheses, Hotties. Rae Sremmurd, Srem for Life. Let's go. Like I said, I expected bangers, and they definitely delivered from track number 1. The beat was absolutely knocking. Like, their drums are crazy. Like, that's kind of what they're known for, those hard hitting drums. And that's exactly what they delivered. Now, bars, which is being very generous for them, are basic as hell. Like, they speak about the same thing that they've been speaking about from day one: partying, girls, and turn it up, which is fine, because that's what you come to expect from them. That's kind of the lane that they fulfill. But if you are coming to this expecting to hear anything like noteworthy, lyric wise, you're not gonna get it. You may get it on occasion from Sway Lee, who's definitely a stronger songwriter out of the two, but even then it's kind of pushing it. Like, they're not much of rappers, but their production and their song choices are always pretty strong when it comes to like just that type of music that you want to turn up to. Go to track number 2, featuring Young Thug, Royal Flush. Why every time there's like any type of production that has any hints of like Latin, Mexican, like horns or guitars or mariachi or whatever, they gotta throw in like that stereotypical, I'm not even gonna do it, stereotypical chant. Like, not even chant, that stereotypical whatever you want to say. Like, come on, man. It's still weird to hear like all these new Thug verses coming out, considering the situation that he's in. But I'm sure he had put a lot in the can before he had to go off and deal with what he's dealing with. I mean, it's solid. Nothing crazy, nothing like, not their best track, but it's solid. I mean, again, the drums are just nasty as always. Like, those whatever 808s and kicks they have, they're special. The horns were also a nice little touch, adding to the song, adding a little flavor. Yeah, it's a cool little song. Like it would slap in a car for sure. It would slap in a party. It would slap, like, you know, if you're trying to get in the mood for stepping out. But nothing special. Not one of the best songs, but solid. Let's go to Mississippi Slide. Bro, I know this sounds exactly like another song. Oh man, I cannot remember what song it is off top, but I know it. Like, you ever had that where you know the song, like you know it, but you cannot think of the name? Like, it's literally on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. It might come to me, but this sounds so far exactly like another song. Like, oh my god, I can't remember right now. Y'all let me know what you think the song is. Come on, bro. What is the name of that song? Oh, that's gonna bug me. Okay. So far, that's probably my favorite one. Definitely the hardest hitting beat for sure. But it's killing me because I can't tell if that is a sample of a past song or if it just sounds so much like another song that I know. Like, I've 1000% heard that beat before. And looking into it, they said it's produced by Zaytoven. So it absolutely, that's exactly what I was thinking. It 1000% sounds like a past Zaytoven beat. I can't remember off the top of my head which one it is, but it sounds almost exactly the same. And I don't know if, like, that's because he has like a very specific sound, or he's basically flipping old beats to dudes now. Like, I'm gonna figure that out. Or if you guys know what song I'm talking about from Zay, let me know, because this 1000% sounds like one of his past tracks. Let's go to Not So Bad. Is that the Dido? Or, as most of you probably know, the Eminem Stan sample going on right now. Yeah, 1000% is. I mean, most people nowadays know it as Eminem Stan, but it's absolutely Dido's song first and originally. So if they were to sample and interpolate on it, they probably got clearance from her. And they're using it to talk about lean. All right. I was kind of hating on it at first, but it's low-key a hard-ass flip. I'm not gonna lie. Especially when you add like those type of synths that you would get out of like UK and like drill, which is all the rage right now. Adding that to this it's just straight up a New York drill song because they flip it. Old songs all the time, so this definitely kind of falls within that lane, but I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a hard flip. All right, shout out to them. They definitely did a lot better than I thought they would have with a song like this. If you were to say, like, pick an artist or whatever band group to do a remix of the obviously classic Stan song, and they would be very far down that list towards the bottom for me. But they did it in their own unique way. The beat flip was actually kind of tough. Like, I'm not that mad at it. I'm surprised. I wanted to be mad at it, but I'm not that mad at it. It was actually all right. It was solid. It was solid. Go to Tanisha. It was okay. Nothing special. I believe this is one of their singles, but I'm not that hot on it. I think it's pretty repetitive and generic and can be from anybody. Not their best. Let's go to Activate featuring Future. Again, production is decent, solid, nothing that wowed me. Like, this could be from almost any artist from this era. Like, for a song that has Future on it, and for Rae Sremmurd to, you know, finally be back after I don't know how many years since their last album, it was underwhelming. The last two tracks have certainly been underwhelming, and I know those are like two songs that they've kind of wanted to be like more prominent out of the album, but it's underwhelming so far. Those last two are definitely underwhelming. Let's go to Flaunt It / Cheap. Okay, right after I said the last two tracks were underwhelming, this is a banger. This is a banger. This might be the best production I've heard off the whole album so far. Like, this is absolutely fire. Like, why is this not a single from them? Like, this is a banger. It definitely has like hints of that old 90s Uncle Luke Southern beats and production that you would hear from that era, like dance floor music. Like, this is the type of music that would get you on the dance floor going wild. And like, this certainly has hints and elements of like that 90s Southern dance sound, and I'm here for it.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Oh, like that!
Alright, that's kind of the song that I was expecting here pretty much on this whole entire project. At least that type of song. Like, that instantly jumped into my favorite song I've heard off this project so far. Like I said, this is what they do best, kind of like dance, turn up sound. And this was a vibe. Like, this will go absolutely crazy in the club. I can already see it right now. Flaunt, Cheap, best song so far we've heard. Let's go to still like three more. Go Something I'm Not. All right. So this is their try at a more somber, heartfelt, personal type song, which seems to become like a bigger trend, I don't know, in the rap, especially among like this younger generation, where they kind of shadow that line between rapping and singing and use auto-tune and speak about, like, I guess these more personal issues, almost from an R&B type perspective. And the production was solid. I could definitely see this being a pretty good song in the right hands, but in their hands, it just didn't really do much for me. I don't think vocally, obviously, they are very strong or have the most talent to really bring this song to the level that it could possibly be. And songwriting wise and lyric wise, they don't really have that much of substance to say. It all felt pretty generic, and in terms of like a reach for a more personal somber tone, it wasn't the worst. I just don't think it was in the right hands. I think this would have been much better for somebody else, but for them it definitely feels almost out of place. But whatever, let's go to Torpedo.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I gotta say that they put their foot in that one. That beat was massive. That was At first, I was like, feeling a bit repetitive, kind of like at first, but as it kept going and building, and like, I really started to feel that groove and pocket that they were hitting. Like, that production was absolutely fire. Maybe my second favorite song, production wise, that I've heard so far. Like, that was Torpedo. That was fire. That was definitely fire. Last track, we're gonna do ADHD Anthem. Let's go. Hold up.
What?
That shit came in massive. Okay. This sounds like it might be a banger. Let's go. Yeah, hell of a way to send off a project. Epic way for sure. They were definitely doing their best Playboy Cardi, Lil Uzi Vert, Juice WRLD impression on that one, but it sounded dope. Like I said, man, that production was massive, in your face. I love all the synths that were going on there. Like, it fit them extremely well. Like, I think that was a great way to kind of end things on this like super strong high note. And yeah, the song was dope. But yeah, that's it from Srem for Life from Rae Sremmurd, their latest album, first one in quite some time. Overall, it's kind of a mixed bag. I think, you know, going into this, you have to have, like, you know, certain expectations based on who they are as a group, and my expectations for them was to have like bangers. Like, I just want to hear bangers, stuff that you would hear in a club, stuff that you would want to play as loud as possible. And it was a mixed bag in terms of that. Some songs definitely lived up to that, and some were misses. Like, I don't think they had any Black Beatles or No Type or No Flex Zones or, you know, any of their like bigger hits. I don't think they have one of those, at least from the songs that we heard. I don't know if they have one of those, but they have some songs that I think could be carrying at least through the entirety of the summer. But I don't really think any of the songs that we've heard so far will be in constant rotation like some of their bigger hits that they've had before. Sonically, I don't really think, you know, they stretched themselves or tried too much. They definitely stayed in their lane that they've built for themselves and are known for, and that's not the worst thing to do, because I look at them as kind of like comfort food. Like, you know what you're gonna get, and that's why you go there to them to get what they put out. And it was a decent, solid album. Nothing crazy, nothing that I think I would find myself going back and revisiting very often. But there are a couple tracks that stand out, particularly Flaunt It / Sheep was a banger, Torpedo, and the last track, ADHD Anthem. I could definitely see myself going back and giving those some replay. The rest, if I hear them, I probably wouldn't be too mad, but nothing like absolutely mind-blowing like Black Beatles was. But yeah, what do you guys think about the album? What are some of your favorite tracks? Do you think they delivered? Do you think, you know, they have any like big hitters here off the album, like that can be comparable to some of their best in the past? Do you want another album from them? Or are you good? I might be good. 4 might be enough. But you guys let us know in the comments down below.